Niggas right now didn't get nothing from their bitches at all.
Yeah, like it's crazy because I started last Christmas preaching like to females just cater to and spoil your man. If he a good man and he doing what he's supposed to do as far as the dynamic of family, because it's hard in this country. It's a lot of women, they starve from having to raise kids alone because they were fucking and not paying attention and not like actually mixing, trying to keep babies and keep a nigga and shit. They going through it. You get you a good nigga on your team, you gotta reciprocate that energy or a nigga will get tired the same way a female get tired of putting in and don't get nothing out. So, I started, and it really opened my eyes to how many females, like, they do it because it's just like the dude you just had on here. Niggas don't really say nothing. Like, they know they can get away with it. Like, in my city, we got this little thing where niggas be like, they start posting around this time, we don't want no Christmas baskets because they know a bitch gonna pull up at the corner store and get one of the baskets. They got the boxes in it. Some of the cologne, they got 3 men on one horse. Like, some bullshit. And they gonna take it. The niggas really ain't gonna, they just gonna take it and they ain't gonna say nothing. But like the dude on your live, bro, you know your worth, you wouldn't even take that shit.
No, but I'm not taking it, period. I can not be worth shit. I'm just not taking it. I'm gonna fuck you in your wage cap. Like, that would have caused the whole problem. Like I could have been the worst nigga in the world, but bitch, I ain't taking no wage cap from you because I don't have to. I'm not doing that. No, you could have just made me a sandwich. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not dealing with that. Because
some things about personality,
to me,
personality traits also. I dealt with a crazy bitch one time. She bought me, a shirt or a hat? She bought me basically one item. And I guess she's so used to dealing with weirdos or niggas using her or broke niggas. I don't know what the fuck she was used to, but she let it come out of her mouth. I paid for everything you got on. So I had to remind her, turn the music down, look at myself up and down and express to her, bitch, I paid for these shoes, socks, pants, boxers, jacket. And if she did buy the hat, then I paid for the shirt. If she did buy the shirt, then I paid for the hat. So I had to remind her, bitch, you paid for one item, and just for you saying that, I think it was the hat, because I took it off and gave it to her. Like, I don't even want to wear this shit. I won't even want nothing else from you. When somebody, like, some people only buy you shit for them type of reasons. To throw it in your face, try to hold it against you, or to tell other people they did something for you. That's not genuine. That's like people who donate to charity, then record it, or want some type of notification. That erase it. If you really just do it for real, then you're going to get your good karma, and you ain't got to brag about it, and that's how life goes.
That's an ultimate disrespect. Right, because a wave cap is in a package and shit, the bitch all glittery, and it's like, here, it's like a gift. That ain't no fucking gift, not right. No, it ain't.
This is what females don't understand. It's so many niggas that they have never had a woman genuinely do for them, that a lot of them, you could change the way a nigga looking at you just by being organic about the things that you giving outside of sex. Like, stop just trying to give him your pussy and your attitude towards trying to control him into being monogamous with you, and genuinely listen to and pay attention to what the nigga like, and hand him gifts based on it. I call it giving fruit. That's where, if you go shopping at the grocery store, you shopping for fruit, you gotta look at that shit. You shopping for some canned goods, you can just grab that shit off the shelf. It's in a can. But you pick up an apple or something, then you gotta look at it, make sure that's...
So, she's saying it in too much smart terms. A lot of y'all missing it. I know. I'm gonna break it down a little bit simpler. What she really saying, women, is instead of listening to other women saying, this is what men like, do this and do that, and this little imaginary list that they got, erase that list. Pay attention to the person you're dealing with, and you can find out what men like. That's basically what she's saying. It's that simple. Pay attention to who you're dealing with. Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to control, and let that personality kick in by itself. If you're trying to control somebody, how can they be themselves? Think about it.
They bruised up. Give a nigga fruit. Like, handle shit that you know organically. I pay attention all year to what you like, what you don't like. I listen to the things. This is what we want them to do for us. Then you'll have a leg to stand on when you want to have a conversation with a nigga about up and how he treating you or whatever. But most females, they kind of just I can be honest, for females, we go with what a nigga gonna let us get away with.
Now, why? Why do y'all fuck with us like that? Why try, man? Like, why we don't get that shit? Because we come in, we like, hey, why you trying me like this? Like, is it for attention? If you want some attention or you want some dick in your mouth, why don't you just say that?
Yeah, communicate.
To be honest, it's a lot of us have not been with a grown man. I'm gonna just be blunt with you.
Look, Verb said, if you want some attention or some dick in your mouth, just say that. Just try that next time. Instead of thinking, I'm going to try this and try that and try these 10 different things, just say it. I want dick in my mouth. I want attention. Say it and see what happens. Watch your better results. Stop playing these weird ass games. You should have knew what was wrong. You should have known what I was thinking. You should have known what I was wanting. No, we don't know. We're not fucking psychics, and y'all don't even make sense. Y'all can't even predict what the next woman wants. And y'all are women. So how the fuck we supposed to know? Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all really want.
So a bunch of females can get on here and they're gonna try to say most of these hoes have not been with a real man. So we don't know how to treat a real man. So, we do everybody how we did the first little boy. We was fucked up by that dog the top, bitch. We gave you whatever. So we feel like you gonna get us in the end anyway. So you know what? Fuck it. If he like it, he like it. If he don't, he don't. If I can get more out of him than he getting out of me, then cool. I won. But see, like, when you mature and you do work on yourself, you will only attract, what you worthy of. And when you get a real man in your life, it just come about you. Submission come about you. Caring about what they like. Not trying with some bullshit ass gifts and shit. You can say all that shit you want about the holidays. It's the thought that counts. But bitch, the same way we feel about the things that a nigga give us, you will have that same respect for the man. It's just certain shit you won't do.
Because I say all the time, you gotta put us first. You gotta put us first. If you don't put us first, everything gonna fall. It's no way y'all can leave the house. It's not even possible for y'all to leave the house. So we gotta be first. You gotta make that nigga happy first before anything. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this: what are some things you could suggest to these women not to do in the house?
So for me, I always say, if it's not some shit you gonna leave over, it ain't worth you reacting emotionally to. And then I tell women, when you have things that your man is doing that you have a problem with, a lot of females, because they haven't done the work on themselves, they toxic. I would say get out of the relationship, go work on self, but most hoes ain't gonna do that. So what I say is, when you do want to have a conversation with your man about some shit you got a problem with, go out to eat. Go somewhere public where you will have to be a lady when you address the thing. It almost forces you to respect the conversation dynamic, meaning letting you finish. You can't over talk, you can't yell, you can't. Now some hoes just get them. You might go out to eat at a restaurant, they still gonna act good. But for the most part, any woman with some class, if I do got a problem with some shit you did, if we go out to a restaurant and sit down and we talk about it there, I have to carry myself a certain way because this shit will train you into like listening and actually letting the person finish before you start talking. It'll help a lot of hoes with the stuff that they are not good at when it comes to communication.
Yeah, like because a lot of times they don't communicate, they yell. And something else I tell them, they make our lives harder. Like, no, your job is to make it easier. Like it's not listening.
I will say this, in the defense of females, a lot of them that listen to you and that listen to me, they take what we say and try to apply it with a little boy. And then that's why they come back and tell us that we wrong. So it's a lot of females that I can tell from watching some of your clips, they can't agree with you, and I can tell right off because you apply the shit he's saying with niggas that ain't worthy of that. If the stuff we talking about, letting a man lead, that don't work with a little boy. He don't even know where he's going. He's still trying to find himself. Niggas just trying to get his dick wet to get some money and feel like he's somebody right now until he figure out whether he want to be a real father or a grown man or a bitch or what. A lot of females listening to what we saying and they taking it back to toxic relationships, and then of course it ain't working, so it's like we wrong.
Oh, now listen, over here we never wrong. Fuck them hoes, like shit, they don't want to listen. Fuck them hoes, now like it's on y'all. It's on y'all, you don't gotta listen.
That's the wrong,
but the thing is,
saying somebody wrong, that's the wrong thing to say because it's about this. Did you have a better situation in life? Did you got a better outlook? Did you learn something? So therefore, how's it wrong? It ain't no wrong or right. You gon' if you're not married, then you kept picking the wrong people. So now let's pick somebody you can learn from. I don't know.
People that do listen, they're going to excel. They're going to get their nigga to act different. They're going to get like I be telling them the attraction level. Like okay, like for instance, if you got a problem with me, don't come nag at me with no bonnet on your head because I don't even hear you. Make yourself look good. Like make yourself look good. Wet your lips, have your ass hanging out, and say, baby, I got a problem. Okay, what's the problem?
It's crazy because I did a one-on-one phone call earlier and the exact same thing you saying. Like this female, she was like, well, love, I get I fucked up, but how do I get them back? Like, how do I get back to how we went? I'm like, the same way you got them. It's like, once we get in with a nigga, we forget. You got him with the power of the essence of a woman, the power of a pussy, like being feminine. Like, that's how you got his attention at first. That's why he wanted to smash at first. Like, go back to that. Go back to being soft. Stop trying to be a nigga mama. Go back to creating vibes. Go back to romance. Go back to, like, you know, that whole stage where you had butterflies in your stomach when the man calling you back and y'all text. Like, go back to allowing him to be masculine and you be feminine. Like, 86, this whole thugged out ass, I'm gonna make a nigga do what I want him to do type shit.
But see, it may be too far gone for her anyway. It may be too far gone. Like sometimes y'all think that they can get us back. Oh no, we already done with you. You just don't know it yet. We already done because you done put in so much anger. And, like now, I only associate you with being a bitch. Yeah. Once I associate you with being a bitch, it don't matter what the fuck you do. I'm gone.
I did a live on. I basically told females, I'm like, if you argue too much at home, your household, your actual house, your address becomes symbolic of that.
Yeah.
Meaning,
Right.
It's time for a nigga to go home. He automatically associates home with arguing and fighting. I tell females, every time a nigga come home, he make it in the house, he take off his shoes in the bedroom, and that's when you start nagging. Y'all bedroom now becomes symbolic of negative shit. Next thing you know, a nigga laid up in another bitch bedroom who don't got that fucking label on it.
Hello, I'm
females can't understand, but you create. It's just like if you work at a job that's stressful. When it's time to go to work, you start thinking about that stress you about to be under. It's the same thing with home.
Yeah, have you noticed that a lot of women that don't bring nothing to the table demand a lot from men? Have you noticed that?
I feel like a lot of our upbringing, like, that's what they mamas taught them because that's the mindset they had. But the issue be none of the people teaching this and living like this can maintain healthy relationships. So it's like, I don't understand why they keep carrying it. And this is the reason why females be hating me, but they won't block me. They won't get off my line. They watch every time to just say that they a victim of Love Dorsey speeches of she cussing us out on the line, helping these niggas again. But it's like, why you won't leave? Because deep down you know the shit y'all doing don't make no sense. You don't even have enough going on to be like making these niggas like do all this extra shit that y'all asking for. And I feel like nowadays, and I know a lot of females will hate me for saying this, but bitches don't be practical. The way this country set up, the way bills is, the way you can't just be sitting around thinking your looks and your pussy gonna actually help you maintain a relationship with a real man. You can get a little boy and get a nigga out the project and they got shit going on. But like a grown man, you're not gonna be able to maintain no relationship with this man based on just that.
No, that's actually impossible. And I told the girl before, like, you ain't getting no nigga to work alone without bringing nothing to yourself back. You can get them niggas that smell like outside all day long, but if all you got is ass and mouth, maybe that shit ain't going nowhere. What the fuck are you playing with? Yeah. Like a lot of times, and a lot of times with men, we get so much pressure when we come in the house. A bitch is nagging. A bitch is just like, okay, now let me ask you a question. What do you, from your experience being a female, what the fuck causes bitches to nag?
Woo!
So again, it goes back to that victim mentality. Like they don't accept that. You know, okay, let me put it like this. I got a saying, I call it coffee club shit. Like, I work at this job, right? And of course, in order to be going to the cafeteria and getting coffee, you gotta let them.
This bitch needs Secret Service workers around her. She is sad. It goes back to the victim mentality. This is coming from a woman. Like she just said, bitches hate me. I know they hate you, because the first time I listened to you, I was around the bitch, and the look on her face frowned up, and the energy changed, and she said, who is that? And I'm like, knowledge. And I said, wow. And then I read the comments, and I said, oh, bitches hate her. So I just seen a bitch hate you. She ain't want to tell me, like, she was saying so much good shit, the bitch ain't even want to admit, like, she couldn't argue with it. She couldn't say, well, she said something wrong or something I disagree with, but it's just that type of shit right there. We play victims. Like, they hate when somebody, because you got niggas like me who always telling you, stop playing victim. And then you try to act like, I'm not playing victim. So then I have a bitch come on here and be like, we play victims. It's like, we knew he was right. Like, come on now.
Take X amount out your check, like $3 a week or some shit like that, right? So it would always be people walking around the office upset that some people would be in there getting coffee that wasn't paying into the coffee club, right? So they making noise about this. But they never made enough noise to actually, like, upset HR to lose their job. Meaning, you coming in every day, you complaining about shit that you ain't willing to leave the job for. It ain't worth your check. It ain't worth your benefits and shit. It's almost like you just following the birds in the office. Y'all just keep talking about coffee club shit. I feel like females sit online and they watch movies and they listen to what other broken bitches is telling them. about what they should confront their man about, and it's never no shit they actually gonna leave over. It's never no shit they actually hold enough to, address with some sense and with some management of emotion. I feel like they're doing it just because it's a learned behavior. Like, I feel like a bitch don't put no thought behind it. It's like it's programmed in you to have to say something to a nigga. And no grown man that's holding no keys gonna go for that.
That's crazy.
And you can't.
I worked a job before where a boss, when he first complained to me, we could use headphones. Every job don't let you do that. So he was like, maybe the music's slowing you down. I don't know. Maybe you can't have them. And I literally, in my mind was borderline, I will quit this motherfucker. Like, I love my music, and me working with music is like almost, I can escape the fact that I'm at work. I don't feel like a slave. I feel like I get paid to enjoy my time halfway. So I was gonna quit. But I peeped the situation, and I seen like, every day, I'm working better than half these motherfuckers in here. And every day, he got to complain about something. Literally, he come in and complain about something. By him being the boss, he feel like he has to complain. So, once I seen that, then it was like, okay, I can't take it personal. I see what it is, and that's what it is. So for her saying that, it's like, women, I don't know if y'all think y'all the fucking boss. Maybe that's what it is. Because what gives you the audacity to think like somebody has to listen to you? He ran a company. He owned the company. He paid us. So that's what gave him the audacity to feel like he could complain. She describing his actions, but she describing it for women. So it's like, what gives y'all the audacity to think, oh, I gotta find something to complain about. This bitch on the internet complaining about this. My friend complaining about that. My man, you gotta do it everything that man's not doing, I want my man to do too. Even though I don't give a fuck. Like she's saying, y'all not gonna leave him. It don't even matter. So it's just like y'all some fucking robots confused. What the fuck?
You can't be submissive and vulnerable in the presence of somebody that you checking like a child.
You know what? Like, I think you just struck an emotion in me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many of us that deal with that dumbass shit. And when I say it, they want me smoked or something. They like, hey, nah, you're wrong. You're evil. You don't like bitches. No, I don't. I don't like sexuality. I don't. I like women. And that's what they don't process. They don't process, I like women. I don't like bitches. I don't like the little nag, and I don't like the eye rolling and all that shit. Because once I done hit you, listen, a lot of times women don't even know, man, once we done fucked you 60 times, your pussy means nothing. Oh, tough. Nothing. Your pussy and mouth is trash. Like, we don't give a fuck. We already done been through this whole house. But,
this is why I tell women, and they can't, like when I start talking, they be so offended at first, they can't hear past, like the stuff I just said, but I always
they don't listen.
Like, you need to have sexual boundaries, meaning like as you dating niggas, you gradually get into full-fledged fucking, meaning like limit the position. Bitch, limit how much you give up until you see the shit going somewhere. Get to know the man. Understand what y'all doing, meaning like, do he actually mess well with you? It's so many women, they want the nigga that they talking to be monogamous with them right now. But if you really learned that nigga, he probably don't even got enough going on for you to even want him to just be locked in with you. But bitches is just so fixed on like, I gotta have a nigga, or I gotta have them. They will to take whatever and control them. And you just like, you ain't, half of these females, they ain't even with a man that's able to be mature because they like his drill sergeant or his motherfucking coach or.
Yeah.
It ain't what it is.
No, I said that last week too, like, and with pussy too. If a nigga's fucking you up your ass within a month, y'all dead. That shit over. That shit over. Like, you can't even fuck a man that many times back to back. Because I told one of my own girls, the more you fuck him, the less we starting to like you. You fucking that nigga 3, 4, 5 times a day, you got a month and a half on you, max.
The real problem with that is most of the people that's fucking a lot, they not doing a lot of the other stuff that's more meaningful. So what happens is the sex becomes norm and it loses its wow factor. And then now the other stuff that you should have been building, you don't have that built up. So then the toxic shit starts where you try to do anything to spark some emotion out of the man so you can feel love. And then of course y'all make up and you trying to use sex and after, he a nigga, he gonna take it. Don't mean y'all, females gonna say like, well, he won't leave me alone. Anybody gonna come back and keep getting some free shit. You gonna keep giving that pussy away for free. He gonna keep coming back. It don't mean he love you. It don't mean he want to be monogamous with you. It don't mean he want to marry you.
No, a lot of times they don't even realize that we just fuck anyway. It don't mean nothing to us. Like, I say this so much. I can fuck somebody at 9 in the morning and I don't forgot about you. It don't mean nothing to me. It don't. I just needed you for that second, and then I'm done with your ass. And it's like drilling it through their mind. Like, a lot of women don't even process the thought of, he wanna fuck with you and he wanna fuck you. Them two different motherfucking things, baby. Like, come on. Those two things don't cross. You know what I'm saying? And a woman will say, yeah, he wants me. No, I wanna fuck you. That's it. About 4 times, block your number and keep moving, go back to my bitch. That's how shit works. You know what I'm saying? And it's a frustrating thing because if y'all species would try to listen and understand us more, they'll get further. Instead of locking it in their mind.
First of all, we've been like almost bred and conditioned to believe that, you know, we're a victim of men, right? This is what's been going on in this country like for a while now. And then on top of that, we don't know how to manage emotions. We were never taught that. So, you know, I give a pass, most women, even men, like there was no class growing up. Here's how you manage.
They've been branded and conditioned that they are a victim of men. So when in doubt, cry and wipe your face and just, I'm a victim. And the man gonna feel sorry for you. Most of these Olivers is, oh my God, what did I do? I'm sorry. I don't even know what I did, but I'm apologizing. I'm buying gifts. I just don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you cry. You're so precious. You're a flower. Oh my God, I'm so weak. Like, what the fuck? And there's real niggas out here that see through that bullshit and gonna tell your ass, bitch, I ain't did shit. Fuck is wrong with you? Well, you don't got no answer. You gotta make sense when it comes to me. So, the times in my life where bitches had reasons where they made sense, then I can be like, oh, well, I apologize. But if you don't make sense, then I'm gonna tell your ass, you're being a victim. That's just how I work. So everybody don't fall for that shit.
Emotions. Here's when this particular feeling comes over you because of someone else's actions. Here is what you do. So if bitches don't know how to manage their emotions, they out here. And most people, when they fucking somebody, they think the sex means the same to them as what it means to the other person. That is why when a female catch a nigga cheating, she always feel like, why are you doing this to me? And look what you did. But like you say, it don't even mean close to you what it means to the nigga, but you're not listening long enough to understand. Niggas fuck for exercise, niggas fuck as an outlet, niggas fuck to feel more like a man because of some shit a bitch from the past did to them. Like, niggas have shit going on sexually that has nothing to do with no love, no emotions, no companionship, no monogamy. But females just automatically feel like if my nigga fucked around with you or whatever, it was because he's trying to leave me for you, or there's something, or what she got that I don't got, or why are you doing this to me? And a person, I told females this a long time ago, and a lot of them, it went over their head. A man's actions out in the world be a reflection of what he's feeling and what he got going on. It's not a reflection of you.
Like, I tried to tell him in a different way, but because she's a female saying it, that's her way of saying it. So whoever got what she said, good, that's true. Run with it. Whoever didn't get what she said, that means stop taking shit personal. She just said it don't have nothing to do with you because he cheated. But she said all the other reasons that a man could cheat. So that means women, same shit. When y'all cheat, it ain't just because, oh, I'm a bad man, my dick whack, I ain't shit. Maybe she wanted something different. Maybe she went through something. Maybe she trying to get even with somebody who fucked one of her exes or baby daddies or like all the shit she just said. It apply to humans. So it's called open your fucking mind and stop thinking the world revolves around you.
Is a big role too. You gotta submit to him because when you don't submit, you taking away everything that makes us a man.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not coming in the house to lock horns with you, baby girl. I'm not gonna do that. If I gotta lock horns with you, that's like nigga shit. I gotta lock horns with niggas outside. I don't gotta do that shit.
You know what? It's so many of us. Like, I'm not gonna front because I'm good. We come from a place where we're being raised to believe that is how you're supposed to act. You gotta keep this nigga in check. And you got. It took for me to go through a period in my life where I was working on self, and I realized, like, I just want to be a woman. Like, I want to have feminine moments and blah, where I can just be vulnerable in the presence of my. You already got to be tough out in the world. You got to go to work as a woman and handle yourself a certain way so you don't get underpaid for the same job that men do. You know what I'm saying? You just got to. I'm in the music industry. I got to carry myself a certain way when I'm in the studio. When I'm with my nigga, the same way niggas be feeling like, damn, I wish she just let me be a man. I just want to be a bitch. Well, I just want to take these hands off. I just want to lay down like, nigga, you know, what you want to eat, what you want to do, rub on me, I can rub on. I ain't with it. I think a lot of women, if they really go take the time to work on self, they'll realize I'm better at being feminine
Actually, you fully right, but how these hoes gonna work on self?
And on the flip side of that, she said, I don't want to come home and lock horns. So, what man want to fucking argue? She said they've been programmed to keep a nigga in check. So on the flip side, like men, the same thing though. Nobody want to like, it's an energy match thing. Cause nobody like you, man, you gotta keep your bitch in check. You gotta have her this, you gotta do this, you gotta make sure she don't do this. And then she talking about she in the music industry. So if you a nigga in the music industry, then you don't want no bitch that's wild all in other niggas' faces and doing this and all on his, the internet and all on, like you gotta be aware of your selections and aware of what fits you and just get in where you fit in. You can't just, you gotta be aware. Oh, I wanna be in a relationship. Then you can't go around motherfuckers that's wild and living party lives and wanna party and be wild. That don't fit you. You need somebody that's what you want and settle the fuck down. And you might make a chance. Stand a chance of making it. That shit she said, real shit. You gotta find yourself, find out who you are, find what fits you. And then you might, like, self-happiness is the key thing. If you don't find nobody who can match you, then guess what? You're still happy with you. And if you do find somebody who fits you, then y'all can be happy together.
They don't want to. How the hoes gonna work on self when the music telling them not to?
That's true.
How? How? From coming from a man, it's so easy to deal with us, man. It's so easy. But the thing is, when you make it hard, we're gonna make it harder for you.
See,
That's
man,
just what
this
it
shit
is.
crazy. I should have did my own. He said it's easy to deal with us. After I broke up with my a relationship I was in, I told her homegirl who we all went to school together, I'm like, man, I'm just gonna be single. I should just tell bitches that I should charge bitches to fuck with me. And she started laughing. So then I was like, I'm for real, cause I be paying attention. These niggas be nagging like bitches. They be going through bitches' phone. They wanna know who else you fucking, where you at, what you doing. I don't do none of that shit. I just come through, lay the dick down, and good conversation. Good dick and conversation should be worth something. No headaches. And then her eyes lit the fuck up and said, you on to something. So for her to agree, I'm on to something. I'm gonna figure out how to start this shit, the technicalities, and start a whole organization of this shit. Cause everybody don't got time for that drama shit. So if it's women out here with brains, so it's hope.
Like it's nothing you can do. If you be my partner, be my friend, and I can talk to you, I want to be able to be out and look at a girl ass and be like, damn, her shit fat, ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to be my friend. If you're not my friend, it's a job. What the fuck? And I'll be trying to tell them.
It's like it's so much unrealistic shit being taught. It's like even for example how we on Instagram right now. I do so many counseling sessions with females that they genuinely believe like niggas should not be flirting on Instagram or Facebook. They should not be liking girls' pictures and commenting. It's like, bitch, this is the internet. This is social. It is unrealistic to believe that nowadays, unless you with a man that has really like I'm talking about he just old, meaning he done matured so much that he done everything. It's unrealistic to just believe you're gonna control the actions of a motherfucker on the app. And I'm surprised at how many females won't admit that we lust and we like and we comment and we
That's all we be trying to do.
Yeah, I do it all the time, and I wouldn't want my nigga to feel like I'm some sort of wrong ass person because I'm just being a human being. Like I know respect, I understand boundaries, but bitch, I'm a person. Like I just feel like we're being taught like a lot of the wrong shit, so it's hard to get it right. I feel like a bitch got to go through work on self, and it start with goals, it start with boundaries, it start with understanding and managing your emotions. I feel like that's if I couldn't tell a bitch nothing else, if you go work on the management of your emotions, you will become like more feminine. You will learn how to submit to a man. You will understand why you react a certain way to the stuff that you react to that really don't be shit done to you. Like it's a you issue. Most of the stuff that females like a nigga did to them, they get it to themselves based on the mismanagement or misapplied emotion.
It's over here it's their fault anyway. I don't give a fuck if we did it or not. Because over here we fight that. We fight the oppressor. I don't give a fuck what it is. I tell people all the time, over here you ain't never wrong. She did that shit. Fuck her. Because it's a long list of people that have been through so much. So I gotta get that back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, it's abuse. Like it's a mental abuse that we
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm big on like I don't feel like relationships is about right or wrong. Like even the dude that got the wave cap for Christmas, I don't feel like it was a right or a wrong. I feel like relationships are about understanding. So I don't feel like it's that the lady was wrong.
Baby, you cannot make me understand handing me no wage out. It's no nigga.
No, what I'm saying is there is a lack of understanding between those two.
Oh, between
that's what
okay.
we got for wage cap. Like where there is understanding, it won't be about right or wrong. Certain shit just won't be done because we understand one another.
But she did that shit on purpose. There's no way that's common sense. You did that on purpose. On Christmas, you handed a nigga a wage cap. You did that on purpose.
Yeah.
But me speculating, I feel like, because of the way he was talking to you, I feel like he told her over and over again that she didn't have to get him nothing. I don't know if it's based on their finances or whatever, but I feel like he told her that, you know, I'm good, man, I got everything I want. And then I feel like at the last minute, somebody or something happened to her. She felt like she needed to get something, and the bitch grabbed that. That's what I feel. I feel
but
like
that's still nothing, though.
it is. But him as a man, he don't know his worth. Because if you working, paying bills, if you know, even his demeanor show that he has some sort of respect for her in the house. Bro, you're letting a bitch try you. I'm big on personal accountability. Niggas got to start owning their worth. The same way I would tell a hurt female that keep letting the nigga just dog her out. Bitch, you got to go realize your worth. I would tell him that you sitting around letting the bitch try you like in a house where you pay bills, you sleep, and you're like you told her, what is you scared of? You afraid to go say that, hey, I ain't really feeling this wage cap. That's flawed. For him to sit on your page and say to you, yeah, bro, I ain't feeling it, but you can't tell her if you in a household laying next to somebody, fucking on them, opening yourself up to them, you vulnerable because y'all in each other's space.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't tell how you really feel too, that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm just not going. Like it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just not going. Like because you would be mad if I came up to you on Christmas and I gave you a box of Little Debbie cakes and I said, hey baby, for you. You'd be mad as a motherfucker. Yeah, you probably would. You'd be disgusted. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be the victim. Now, a lot of times they do play the victim too much. That's one thing I can't stand. If you did it, why is it so hard for them to own up to anything they've done?
Because it is like, there are females that will take my live and share it and like literally be upset. I want to beat my ass because they genuinely feel like niggas did something to them. When the door always works for everybody. You're never a victim of nothing when the option is for you to leave. Like, you can leave, you choose to stay. That's a choice. I feel like we was brought up to it. I feel like there's a lot of hoes today seeing their mama be a victim of if she was a victim of their daddy and every other nigga that tried to come be a man in the household. Their mama act like a nigga. They grow up, that's the only way they know. And if you don't have no real woman come in your life and kind of help guide you in a different direction, you gonna do the same shit.
Yeah, like I also learned when you're dealing with women, if nobody around them got structure or marriage, you got to stay away from her. So they put you back. Because she's only going to clone what she around, what she see. Okay, they're yelling, they got an attitude, that's what she's going to clone. And like for us, we can't be successful with that type of shit. We need a certain type of energy. You know what I'm saying? We want our bitch to be our everything when we walk in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or what's the point of me coming back to the house and shit? Because you know, back when, I used to be a very bad guy. And I used to sleep with countless women whenever I wanted to for no reason. If I'm unhappy about anything, but I used to make it anything. Like, so if you, okay, like I don't eat meat. So if I walked in a bitch house and she was frying chicken, I used that as an excuse to go fuck somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't considerate. You know what? Let me stop saying
frying
it.
chicken?
So you know what? It sounds sick.
I don't eat meat.
I'm gonna leave
I'm
that
gonna fuck another bitch.
because I sound sick.
Fucking
You know, but
stupid.
other than that though, like I really want you.